And we're live. Well, you guys know who I am. Shouldn't really have to introduce myself. Hi guys, Bailey Dolan here, and today we are here with updates from Season 3. Let's at least get somebody in here first. Let's organize it a bit while people start joining. We can have James on... Okay. We can...
Found something cool.
Oh, dang it. Oh, well. Whatever that is, it will be fine. Oh, yeah. Here's just the current setup for something. Series 3, Episode 4. Current setup, just because I'm currently in the midst of finalization editing on the script, and then it'll be ready. Okay, who else here? Whoever's here, message chat, so I know you're here. Let's make it, let's say go for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna set the camera down for a minute. And since we're live, we'll just go ahead and I might do a little bit of modeling on this stream. We're gonna be here for a while. As you can see here, Thomas with the Tankers was supposed to be a Big World Big Adventures filmed remake thing that was supposed to be started the other day, but I never got around to it, so it's just like, okay, this is gonna be here. So yeah, there's the Tankers. Since technically there was only 4 tankers when Thomas was doing this. So, you got Merlin here. He has no tender currently because his tender's off behind the station area. What exactly are we doing today? Updates. That's it. If you guys had joined for any specific reason, I'm sorry to tell you that it was only for updates. Regarding episode 4, 5, and 6. 4, 6, Christmas. 6 will be coming out on Christmas. Exactly on Christmas Day. Okay? Yeah. 5 will be coming out within the next month or so. And and episode 4 will be coming out this weekend, hopefully. If I can get the animation draft done by tomorrow night, then I can get started on the audio draft and then have it render for about 2 hours, and then start with the animation, and then it's done, and then that can be released Saturday morning. As in, like, all the rest of the episodes have for the series always been released on Saturdays. That's my motto. Released on Saturdays is the highlight of the weekend. And don't quote me on this because I only just started saying it. So really, if you want to see more content out on Saturdays, just literally just the fact of letting me know, and then I can try and get best at getting content out on Saturdays. Okay. Am I gonna need Gordon his CGI face for now? I don't see why not. Might as well go ahead and give him a CGI face. I can put him in the shed with Edward and Henry. Episode 5 is a Gordon and Scotsman episode, for those who don't know. And we'll see the return of Thomas in either episode 6 And other than that, besides the one person that's already here, I actually don't know who's specifically here right now. And that's about it. Never really received any Twitter notifications, so I don't know exactly who's here. But anyways, here's my most detailed... Yeah, my most detailed Thomas model. It only has the Steelworks face for the time being because it's using one shell. And the other shell is right here. So, just pop that off. He's faceless, yes. But, if we take E2 Thomas, take off the face, sit him over here to the side on the workbench, and give Thomas his face, we have technically 3 CGI, the trio in CGI, but not all of them are Play-Row. Because, yeah, I don't own Play-Row Percy. Now, do I have a feeling the CGI face is better than the one I'm using? I have that feeling quite a lot. Nothing in the chat yet. Okay. So about 7 minutes of updates. Little update to, speaking of updates for the series, Play-Row, the newer Play-Row James will be featured heavily because I gave him a modification that I've never really seen any other Thomas YouTuber do. He has a little bit of trouble coming over certain points in the track. Like that, for instance. Yeah, just move those tankers out of the way, James. Alright. And besides that, we technically had... Okay. So, as of Caitlin's debut episode, I've started thinking I can use the newer style landing Clarabelle. The Play-Row Annie and Clarabelle, like over there in the background, or I can use the Annie and Clarabelle I've been using, the CGI ones, for the majority of the series. I remember back in season 2 when I was using the remote control Thomas for a lot of things. But that was just because it was remote controlled and it was easier to use. But anyways, we'll move Thomas back over here. We'll push the Express back into its proper platform. Percy technically wouldn't be out here. He'd be in the shed with... I believe he would be reversed into the back end of the shed. Henry would be out. Pulling a train, obviously. We can say Henry's out pulling the Express. Which, speaking of episode 5, don't really want to spoil it, but I'll just go ahead and give a hint. Scott, you will see Scott's been pulling a larger Express than what Gordon normally pulls. Gordon normally pulls 4 coaches, while on the other hand, we're going to have Frank Scotsman pulled 9 coaches. Or, not 9 coaches, 6 coaches. The 2 red. It's alright. Other than the main updates that I just mentioned, I think the only other main one would be that I'm, that among most other people, okay, let's take a brief minute to talk about something that's really important to me. And it's a range that I started collecting during a really sad time. And I just figured out it's going to be discontinued in December. So, during a really bad time, I would always go to Walmart because Walmart was the only place I really could go. I had a friend who worked there and we talk all the time. So, speaking of James here, let's pull out a James that I kind of really treasure. Here is Adventures James. Black Running Ward, just because I wanted to make it Railway Series-esque. And, oh, speaking of James, I watched an Engine of Many Colors today from a good friend of mine. His name is Michael White, or also known as White House Films by a lot of the Thomas fans, and he's a really skilled guy. So he wrote today's episode for season 22, and it was An Engine of Many Colors. It was a James episode taking place during season 22. I bet it was actually one of the canceled episodes, and they just brought it, and they just adapted it for season 22. So that's my philosophy of how that worked. But yeah, I could be wrong. So, here with Tidmouth. The thing is about Tidmouth is that you got Flying Scotsman over here. You got Thomas over there on the back line. That's like the branch line that just comes out normally, like the rest of the trains do. But it's technically where Thomas goes with his passengers. And you can see Caitlin is right there. Caitlin's right there. There's James, Adventures James, Annie Clarabelle, Merlin, Henry, Flying Scotsman. And then if I turn over here to the shed that I've built in the little, like, wall area, this is probably my favorite area. You got Percy, Edward, and Gordon, and you got Lamp Thomas over here with a Tommy buffer and a little ash pit thing. Okay. This is Tidmouth Station in its entirety. You got the Little Western Line comes around. You got the two platforms here, the two platforms there, and then platform over on Thomas's side. And we got a breakdown crane on the other side of Annie and Clarabelle. And we got a brake fan here on this track beside James. This track was actually very frustrating to make because I had to somehow consume these two lines, make them into two, and conserve this line and add it onto here, onto that line. So basically, how this ended up working was this track comes onto this track, and then this one switched out to that area. The reason why Merlin's here is because I used a double cross switch for that. And I was able to implement the siding that's right here. Mainly that siding is just for whatever you could want it to be. Like, it could be for Percy, Thomas, and a train could still technically get through. Wouldn't be able to go back along the line, but it'd still be able to go through. Yeah. So other than that, I think I've covered the main majority of the updates. Expect a Thomas and a Thomas Anthem remake. I actually just went ahead and went to go find my Terrence today. So here's Take and Play Terrence. It's the one without the magnet. So, yeah. I would just like to feature this guy here, and I would like to thank you guys for almost 900 subscribers. Thank you for staying for a very long time. It really means a lot. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to check back Saturday for Who is Kate? Written by me, of course. And don't forget to check out in the next month or two for Coachless on SODOR. Written by my Edward and James actor, Matthew Franks. And that is all for tonight, folks. Thank you for staying along for the 16 and a half minutes of the stream. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Even though really only one person was watching this whole time. They missed it. I mean, it's it. And that's it. Alright. See you guys later.